6 months ago today, I was embarrassed. See, I did a rebuilding challenge video against my good friend Sixringsofsteel, and he absolutely destroyed me. Basically a unanimous decision. Everybody knew that his team was better than mine. But in 2K17, I am a new monster when it comes to rebuilding, and I've been given a rematch. So today, you get to watch the rematch and you get to vote who won. So what you're going to have to do is watch my video now and then watch Sixringsofsteel's video. And then in both of our descriptions, we have a straw poll. We want every fan to vote. Who do you think has the better team? We have the same settings. We have the same draft class. So everything is completely fair. And we need you guys to vote. So watch this one. Watch his. Go over to subscribe to him too if you haven't already. And vote. So we're doing basically the same thing as last time, rebuilding my Chicago Bulls. I got to pick what team, and I was like, you know what? My Bulls need help. I'm the guy to get it done. So this time, Matt, I have a plan. It's not going to be as easy as last time. So let's try to get on with this plan. So the first one is going to be trading Dwayne Wade. Now, Dwayne Wade, one of my favorite players of all time, but that doesn't matter right now. I am trying to beat Sixringsofsteel in this challenge. So I want Wiggins and Zach LaVine, and I don't know if that's even possible. It's not possible, so I got to throw in another player. We'll give you guys Paul Zimser. You want that? No, but they want Nikola Mirotic in a first rounder for this year, and they're giving us back Ricky Rubio. And now, okay, all right. You know what? The original trade. Let's do it. Let's do the Nikola Mirotic. I didn't want to give him up this early, but it is what it is. But we got Wiggins and Zach LaVine to build on the team. So usually in my rebuilding videos, I try to rebuild right now. But this is a 3-year challenge. So because of that, I'm trading the older players and we're getting younger guys like Wiggins, who's 21, and Zach LaVine, who's also 21. Because in 3 years, once we have to look at the final roster, they should be a lot better. But I think that's the only trade we're going to do right. No. I got another trade in mind. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get it done because we made that trade for Ricky Rubio, which took some of our cap space. But I'll try it anyway. Rajon Rondo, I want to pick up Rudy Gobert. They're not interested. You got anything else? How about we throw you guys a second rounder? Oh, that's all they wanted. Okay. All right. So this is the team going into year number 1. Again, you're not supposed to judge on this team. You're supposed to be judging on after year number 3. So we're going to simulate to the end of the season, get to the offseason where things really going to go down. End of season number 1, LeBron wins MVP. Ben Simmons, Rookie of the Year, 6th Man. Brandon Knight, Defensive Player of the Year, went to Anthony Davis, Most Improved, Steven Adams, and Coach of the Year went to Tyronn Lue. All right, so you guys worried about my team. We finished second in the Eastern Conference, and here are the stats if you were curious. But I'm not expecting us to win a championship, but maybe it'll happen. We're really just looking forward to the offseason. So we get out of round number 1. Round number 2, we're going against the guys up north, and that was no problem either. Can we beat the Cavs? We can't beat the Cavs. And then it's Cavs Warrior rematch, and the Cavs sweep the Warriors. Wow. All right. So now the offseason. I'm going to go to league meetings and decline everything because we don't need any changes to this perfect league, right? And we're going to go to the NBA draft. So if you're new to my videos, the NBA draft is where I usually get things done. I made one big mistake during the regular season. I forgot to trade Taj Gibson. So usually I'll just trade players that are on 1-year deals so he can get something. But I forgot to, and he just pretty much is going to walk for nothing, which kind of sucks. But I want to trade Robin Lopez because we really don't need him anymore now that we got Rudy Gobert. And I just want to get his records, his salary off the books because I want to try to cash in big in free agency. So let's do this trade to pick up 2 first rounders. Yes, they are from the Spurs, which is probably not the best, but first rounders are first rounders. Somebody's going to want them. And I also want to get Ricky Rubio off the books. And I wish somebody would offer me some first rounders. And if they don't, I'll go out there and get them. From the Warriors, I'll do it. I'll do it for the Warriors because, again, they're still first rounders. And then just try to flip Denzel Valentine as well. This is what I do. I'm trying to get rid of every contract, even though Denzel Valentine's under his rookie contract. I just wondered if we can trade him for a better first rounder, and it's nothing there. So he's going to stay on the team. So now we're going to go into free agency. We all know this free agency class is pretty stacked. There's going to be Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Chris Paul. I'm going to throw an offer at all those dudes. I want at least one of them, right? So that's the plan right now. I want to, of course, keep Wiggins and Zach LaVine, Bobby Portis, and Jerry Grant. I guess you guys can stay. Actually, Jerry Grant can walk. and declines all around the board. I'm really looking for, I want to get Blake Griffin. That's my big name. But I take a KD. I mean, if KD is going to accept, I'll definitely bring him back. Not back, but bring him to the team. Todd is willing to stay, but he wants 10 mil. I'm not giving him 10. All right, free agency time. So I'll see you guys at player progression. We'll see who we got, if we got anybody. Do you see what's happening? We threw Kevin Durant 4 years, $133 million. And he is on our team now. All right, so here's our team for year number 2. Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler, Wiggins, Zach LaVine, Rudy Gobert, Taj Gibson. We brought back Rajon Rondo for, you see, 2 years, $2 million, so nothing big here. And we signed a bunch of minimum players, being Darren Williams, Mario Chalmers, that dude, Tiago Splitter, just some guys that fill the roster. Now, I'm at a big dilemma when it comes to Wiggins, because I know his trade value is high. If we go trade finder for Wiggins, I know something's going to pop up that we're not going to be able to pass on. I decided that Porzingis was going to be our dude that we make this trade for. We're also bringing in Courtney Lee, who I'm probably just going to trade immediately. Wiggins, Taj Gibson for Porzingis. I think that's a pretty solid trade. So now we have our starting power forward. The rest of our team is looking good. We have Jimmy as shooting guard. We don't have a point guard. That's a big deal right now. That's a deal breaker. Oh, they have Zach LaVine running PGA. They're being smart about it. They're being smart about it. So, I like what we got. We got too many guards coming off our bench, though. So let's make one more trade. Get rid of Courtney Lee. And we'll call it a season. You guys, again, judging on year number 3, not year number 2. But year number 2, we're looking pretty good. This trade for Dwight Powell looks really good. And we're saving a little bit of money. So that's a good deal. So I'm going to show you guys the final rotation. We're going to get into the playoffs. Maybe we'll win a championship with this team. Maybe we'll win a championship with this team. But only time will tell. So I'm going to simulate and I'll be back. Russell Westbrook wins an MVP. Rookie of the Year went to Harry. Sixth Man of the Year went to Jared Sullinger. Defensive Player of the Year, Anthony Davis. Most Improved goes to TJ McConnell. Coach of the Year went to, whoa. Okay. Steve Smith is our coach, apparently, and he coached another really great team. We finished with 68 wins on the season. If you guys are looking at stats, Kevin Durant averaged 27. I thought he was maybe gonna get a couple MVP votes, but I guess not. But here are all the averages. We finished with the best record in the Eastern Conference, so hopefully we can win a championship this year. New York Knicks shouldn't give us a problem, and they didn't. Indiana Pacers, division rival. Not a problem either. We're going against the Cavs, who beat us last time. We win 1 game. We win 2 games. Are we going to sweep the East? We did. All right. And the Portland Trailblazers makes it this far. Oh, I thought we were about to sweep the playoffs. Major domination. But they catch a win, but that's not going to be enough to bring them back. The Bulls raise their 7th banner as KD walks away with the finals MVP. All right. So we got 1 more year to make this team even better than what it is right now. And the NBA draft is going to be the way we're going to do this. You guys know I never actually draft, but we're going to make trades in this draft to improve our team, whether it be our starters or our bench. I don't really know right now, but we got a lot of first round picks and we got some players that can be moved. So let's try to make a deal right now. 2 first rounders. And I know Rudy Gobert is such a great center. I'm just wondering if we can upgrade him to somebody better, or if we throw in 2 first round picks. And I'm not seeing anything, so maybe I'll do something manually, so I'll be right back. I'm going to trade Dwight Powell, a first rounder, for 2 first rounders in return. Again, increasing, the amount of first round picks we have on this team. I'm going to try to trade Darren Williams for a first rounder or 2. I don't really need a first round in this draft. I'm going to do this one. And again, guys, Rajon Rondo, try to get his contract off the books once again. And I'll trade somebody this lottery protected pick. And yeah, we'll do this one. All right. So I'm going to simulate to the end of the draft. Going to free agency. I don't know how much money we have. I doubt it's a lot. But maybe we'll sign another player. Or we have to sign a bunch of players, first of all, because we have nobody. I have to retain Oh, this draft class was really, really nice. And I forgot to load in the draft class that we were supposed to do. But that's no big deal. For the simple fact is that I don't use the draft class. Like, I don't draft rookies, so I guess that's no big deal. So what we got to do is bring back Zach LaVine, bring back Porzingis, of course. Hopefully they want to come back. Zach LaVine said he's tested free agency, but we do have bird rights, so we could just bring him back either way. And I think we already retained Porzingis. He is on the roster. All right, so free agency time. I'll be back once we have the team or the roster filled out. All right, so here's the roster right now. Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler. We sent Zach LaVine to potential camp last season, so his overall jumped up to 88. Porzingis, Rudy Gobert, and then our bench right now is complete trash. We're gonna change that with trades. So even though I really love Rudy Gobert, he just helped us win a championship. We got to trade him, and we're getting back Joel Embiid, which I don't think is a bad trade at all. 2K be disrespecting Joel Embiid, but in about 3 years, he's going to be like a 90 overall in real life. We're also getting back Nerlens Noel, who we really don't want. It kind of sucks for him because it seems like nobody wants him, but we don't want him. The reason we made that trade is not because we wanted to get rid of Rudy, but his contract was so big that he was preventing us from making other trades. And Joel Embiid's only making $8 million a year. But you got guys like Nerlens Noel, who we just picked up, making $17 million a year, and we're not having that. So we're gonna trade him some first rounders. Want to increase our bench a little bit, and then that frees up some cap space for us for later, and we can make some trades to get the bench even better. So here's the trade we're gonna do. We're gonna trade Ramon Sessions, 2 first rounders for a first rounder, and Justice Winslow. No doubt about it. Justice Winslow is so nice. Still pretty young. His overall is already at 80 after a couple years, so he's gonna be a nice man to come off our bench. Right now, this is what the team is looking like, but I'm still not too satisfied. I mean, this is really good, but you guys know I gotta make this team as good as possible for me to win this challenge, because I know Sixringsofsteel, I know his ability, man. I know he's just as good at this, if not even better. So I gotta make sure we're on the top of our game. So more trades are coming. We're going to make this trade to pick up Marcus Morris and Ian Clark, trading Denzel Valentine, a first rounder, and Roy Hibbert. Marcus Morris is such a nice, underrated player, at least last year. I haven't got to watch the Detroit Pistons much this year, but last year he's really nice. But we're still not done with the trade. So we're going to flip Ian Clark just to get his contract off the books, just like anybody else. But we are getting back 2 first rounders, which is going to increase our trades. I was looking for a nice center to back up Joel Embiid, and most space is going to fit in there nice. We're also pitting Mike Muscola up, and we're trading the first round of Rajon Rondo, Jared Henderson. Neither of those guys are getting ticked. So now, most space, I'm going to make this a 10-man rotation, so most space can get some minutes in that backup center. All right, guys, so the final rotation is done. We got Zach LaVine, Jimmy Butler, Kevin Durant, Porzingis, and Joel Embiid. Off the bench, we got Lou Will, Justice Winslow, Marcus Morris, Bobby Portis, and Mo Spates. And not only do I like this team because I think we can win another championship, but I also like this team because we are still young. Zach LaVine is only 23. Porzingis is only 23. Joel Embiid is only 24. And even our stars aren't even that old. So I like the team we put together, but this is a team you're going to be judging. So we're going to just simulate the season, see if we can win a championship. And again, you guys have to watch Sixringsofsteel's video and vote through the poll in the description. For you guys wonder what settings we're playing on, because I think I mentioned that we did have the same settings. So what we did, we turned off all the trade restrictions, and we turned off injuries, and then everything else like a normal rebuild where it's 50 all across the board. I just wanted to show that before we got into the playoffs and everything. So LeBron wins an MVP. That guy wins Rookie of the Year. 6th man went to Jared Allen. Kawhi Leonard Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved, Dante Exum. And our coach wins Coach of the Year again. If you guys are curious about our final stats, there they are. KD only averaged 20 this year, which is a little weird, but think about it, we got so many solid players, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. We should be able to hopefully come out with another championship. Okay, this is not looking like last year where we swept the East. We're going to game 7. Okay. Well, guys, there's that. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. Again, be sure to go check out my good friend Sixringsofsteel. Go watch his video and vote in the comment section below. It's been the King of the Fourth Quarter. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Please vote for me. Please.